to episode 4 of the Managersim Golden Oldies series. Golden Oldies and Exciting Youngsters series, I suppose we probably need to start calling it. And if you've been watching episode 3, you do know that there was a major announcement. The announcement was that we were going to be moving over to a new country. So we'll go and see where we have moved. Um, I'm I haven't actually seen the club we joined, or if we have actually joined it, if they have accepted us. So when we click this enter the office, we'll be just like with you, just see how rich this club is, if it is rich, how much money it's got. We can analyze all the players, then we can think of a formation, and we'll take it from there. Again, we'll bring in some golden oldies, players over 30, and we'll invest heavily into the youth. We might invest into the stadium as well, and we'll just see how we're getting on. So where are we going to? Where did I decide to go? I actually am going back to a country that I really enjoyed being in other Managersim servers. So you won't be too surprised that we're going to this country here, and we're going to challenge the mighty Nimes. We are going into France. La France, and we've only got 20 million in the bank. That's interesting. So this club, it's an AI side, but it's not very, very, very rich, which could be very handy for our youth. So we are Nimes. We are Nimes. I wish we are in France. So we are in the French league, the top, and of course the top sides in the French leagues are Nimes. Nimes are this side that keeps winning everything. They've won the Champions League 2 years in a row. They've been champions of France for how many years have they been champions of France? They must have been champions for quite a long time now. One, just counting all the ones here, we see, cracky, they do get very busy in the transfer market, don't they? Two, there's another one, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in 10 seasons. So they've been champions 8 times in the last 10 seasons. And Olympique Marseille seems to be the side they're always playing against. Of course, Olympique Marseille are the only other AI side in the top division of France. So this is the side we're ultimately trying to cause some sort of dent into their amazing success. It's going to take a long, long, long time, and it might completely be a complete failure, because look at the side they've got. The amount of 100 skilled players they've got is unbelievable. He's got 36 players in the side, 3 youngsters, and the youth side is pretty decent as well. Look at that, 2 million youth player. So he must be investing heavily in this youth side as well, or he's just been very lucky. I think the major downside of having a big side like this is the wage bill. And the wage bill, you can see there, even if you just add up all the players at over 100,000 a week, that's clearly a million there, just there. Nearly close to a million anyway. Plus you've got everyone else, so then their wage bill must be at least 1.5. I'm sure the manager of Nimes will come back and let me know. So we're going over to Monaco. So we're saying goodbye to our Greek side after just buying some of these other players. And our final game was against Liverpool, which Liverpool just beat us 2-1 actually with their kids. So that was an interesting little game. We'll go back in time and see how the Greek side have got on with these older players. So one thing obviously I need to do is I need to do some housekeeping, as it's called, which means basically clearing out the mail that was with my old club, because what's the point of having that? There's no point seeing all that now, because I'm actually at a new club. So we'll just get rid of all this. So this is what I always do when I move clubs. Of course, moving the club means my rating has gone down. Oh, we didn't get Callum Wilson. So, what is our rating now? Just delete that. There we go. It's more. So, we are 36th out of the 40 managers currently in the game world, which is standard. Our rating has gone down to 24% from 50%, so it has dropped. But hey, no big deal there. So, it's asking me to see if I want to do some more of these contracts. Now this guy, he is a golden oldie, so he will stay. Oh God, 25 grand, really? 3 grand, and now he wants 25 grand. He's getting a bit. Yeah. No, you're not, mate. If you, I'm doing the golden oldies rule, but if he's asking for some unrealistic contract deals, then I'm not going to give it to him. I've got to be realistic. Now, this guy, nothing special about him really, so I'm going to let him go um, on a free eventually anyway. And of course, all our coaches are saying, "Hey, we're not training any players." So we're not training players, so give us a job. So we're in Monaco. They were a top league side, and they actually finished. They were in League One for one season, then they got relegated and relegated again. So let's look at their players. This is the squad we start off with initially. They've only got a small squad of 21 players. No, well, the only really outstanding player is this guy Bieber. He's got a wage bill of 53,000, which is way too high for this division. He is special, so we would keep him, but I might have to transfer list him eventually. What is our wage bill? Our wage bill is 109,000, so that one player is basically half our wage bill. We've got a lot of players on contracts that are up for grabs, so it's up to us if we want to keep them or not. Like Garama, nothing special about him really, so I might let him go on the free. And then we got Boss Killer, another oldie, but is he anything good? He's got some good all-round stats there, not too bad. Not the most worst one you could see, but he's not nothing special, so I'll probably let him go for a free as well. There's going to be major rebuilding here. We'll bring some good golden oldies, 90 plus players, but this is probably the worst time to do it because the season has already started. Um, so no, there won't be that many on free transfers. So we'll just have to wait and see. So we might have to stick with the players we've got. You can see there some of these old ages, some of these golden oldies are really getting on a bit. So Andre, for instance, this guy is 39 years old and he has been around since 2019. So he's been around for 10 years, at least 10 years. He's been in France all his time and he's played quite a few games for that club there. He went to Lens, but that didn't last long, and he's already played 45 games with 2 goals, one man of the match here in Monaco. But he's going to be retiring soon, I'm sure of it. Or I'm just going to probably let his contract go, which will probably go this time next year. Yeah, 1 year's time. I think when in this golden oldie rules, if when they hit 40, unless they're really good, then they will eventually. I will just let them retire. Like this guy here is 39 years old, but his skills are pretty decent actually for his age. They're still not too bad. They haven't really dropped that severe, so he'll probably stay around. He'll probably play a lot more than the other guy. S.A. Kin? Probably pronounce his name totally wrong. Where did he start? He started at Lyon, the Lyon, smaller Lyon club. He was always there for 8 seasons. You can see, he didn't have that many appearances. So I would say he was more like a bench player. And he came over to Monaco for free, and he's played 59 games, two goals, 3 man matches, and his average ratings have been decent actually, 6.9, 7.1. He's actually quite overall. His average ratings are really not too bad. Anything over say 6.7 is actually for the season. It's actually not bad at all. He only had one, not such a great season this one, but 6.4 is still okay. Yeah, he's interesting. So he could stick around for a bit longer now. Actually, fans of the club seems a player's a decent player, or to get some first team. Yeah, in most cases, whenever the situations allows. So who else do we look at then? Who else stands out? So one thing that stands out straight away is we've only got one really goalie, so we need to get a goalie in soon. Then we've got Kipri. Kipri looks okay, actually, he'll stay. Castillo, 19 years old, 83. Yeah, he will stay. He's a good youngster. Menez probably go. Mambusi, bench player. Dupree, not too bad. Silvestri and Remote will both leave. They're both going to go. I can't put anyone on the transfer list at the moment though because we've got too few players. Then we've got Laconte. He's actually a youth player, former youth player, rated 2 million. Yeah, Yeah, not too bad. Secondary stats, some not so great ones. He'll probably stay with us because he is a youth player. Then obviously we got Gamara, who we've mentioned already, and Barkandi. There's Biancardi. I'm going to pronounce a lot of these wrong, I'm afraid. Then striker wise, we only got 3 strikers really, unless we put Bieber as a striker. No, yeah, Trezeguet will definitely go. Now youths, this is the bit where we need to see if we've got any decent youth players coming through. Gambetta, let's do assistant report for him. Obviously this is where you start spending the coins. Amarin is another one we need to look at. Now did I press that twice or not? No, I didn't press that twice. There we go. That's another one we need to look at because Capelli is the one. Okay, he's got a contract. His contract's up soon. Actually, again, remember what I said in the last episode. If you keep playing these youngsters all the time, they will ask for contracts before they turn 18. This guy here, he's got an interesting starting stat. So we'll look at him. Anyone else? Let's look I never use the colour guide, but the colour guide here would be useful. You can see that Capelli is definitely rated one of the better ones. Anyone else? No high skills there. The more green stats across means they're good all-rounders. There's nothing special there. So let's look at the youngsters. Who is Gambetti? He's a 7.6, so he'll be off. Anything below 8.5, they're going straight back out of the club. Amarin, 7.5. Capelli is an 8.7. Okay, he can stay then. He's got 16. He's on a 7.1 and an 8.7, so he's got potential of a 1.6 or 16 points if he plays regularly, so he can go up to at least 81. So he would be 81 in pass. Oh, he's an attacker as well. Or 89 shots. So he actually is a striker. So Capelli, I might put Capelli up front actually, just to see what he does. But he'll definitely stay with us. So let's sort some formations out. I'm going to keep it safe with 4 at the back. I might do 4-1-2-1-2 because a lot of sides try that. So we're going to do that. New lineup. Capelli's up front already, so that makes sense. So who would be with him then? So let's change this formation because all this is wrong at the moment. So we'll do that. And let's see if we can form our first team. So Capelli goes up front. Bieber, now would we put Bieber? I think Bieber will have to be up front with him. Remember he's got 53k wages, so next time we'll have contract talks with him, we're either going to sell him or get his wages down. So who would be on the bench? We haven't got much choice at the moment, have we? So we'll probably put this guy, the 32-year-old, in. Okay, attacking. Well, Capelli actually will be more of a number 9 than number 11. He is, because we've got no one else. So that will change a few things. So Roland will now be our substitute attacker. So our 2 midfielders, through the number 7 and the number 8, who do we choose? So Berardi is definitely going to be one of them, our 20-year-old. Let's see. Leconte, oh, that's the top youth player. Yeah, okay, let's put him number 7. So we've got 2 youngsters at 7 and 8. Gamara, who's our pretty good. He's pretty good actually. Who's our golden oldie? Erskine. There we go. Erskine can come in as a bench player. I think he won't mind that. So that's these position sorted. So we need a defensive midfielder. So the only one who fits at the moment is Benezet, and actually he's actually not too bad. So yes, he fits in us nicely. That's good. Now, the important thing is our defence. We've only got one goalie at the moment, one really good, decent goalie. So we have to put a youth goalie as our number 2. I always put a goalie on my bench. You never know when your goalie gets injured or sent off or whatever. So defence left. Looks like we've got 3 choices here at the moment, or 4 actually. Silvestri, no, he's out definitely. Renault is injured. Naba, golden oldie, possibly captain. But we've got to see how thin we are for defensive centre as well, though. So Menez, he can play left and right. He's not bad. Capri, oh, Capri's good. Yeah. And Castillo. Actually, we're not too bad. Thinking about it, defence. We're not too bad. It's a lot better than I thought it'd be. So Grendler will be at number 3. He's going to be our skipper. Castillo is going to be at number 2. Who's going to be number 4? Our defensive. Who's going to join our captain? Kipri. Yeah, Kipri will join our captain then. So we've got a 31-year-old and a 32-year-old. Our defensive 2, so that makes sense. And then defense right, we've got defense right's got to have some decent speed. So Menez has got speed of 60, as you can see there. Spahiro's got speed of 65. Bambusi 65. Ugh, we haven't got many choices, have we? Menez is actually slower. So what about Gambetti? A kid. Nah. It's going to be Mabusi, I think. If we're going to have a golden oldie back 4, looks like it. So let's just update that for a second. Yeah, we just need bench players now. So Sapiro, let's put Menez as number 13. This is where, if we get some decent youth players, we'll put the youth players in on the bench a lot more. But at the moment, we haven't got any. And then 15 is basically anyone I can think that's good enough but not in the side. So that's going to probably be Gamara. So let's do that again. Oops, there was a little bit of a bug in the game. That sometimes happens. I don't think we've lost anything there. Let's try again. There we go. It works this time. Sometimes the game does that. Now we're press high. And let's just see what else we can do with this side. Right, what else can we do this side then? We need to sort out the tactics, don't we? What we're going to do with the with them. So this is going to be interesting. Sorry, I'm just thinking what I'm going to do. What are we going to do with this new Lyon side? So how are we going to? It's going to be a 4 at the back formation, obviously. I think it's going to be long ball passing because remember this side is not exactly the most skillful side in the world. Assault for aggression, and no, let's trim it down to play hard. I don't want too many red cards and often offside trap. Okay, so I want the go forward and mark wide zone for both left back and right back. Just go forward for the centre backs. Again, they're not the most fastest. And then 6 will just stay as it is, and everyone else go forward. Because we're going to be, oops, that didn't work. Go forward, go forward, go forward, and go forward. Now here, go back, mark wide zone, go back, mark wide zone, go back, mark wide zone, go back, mark wide zone. You get the picture. And even the number 6 is going to go back and mark wide zone, while the others are going to just play position. Yep, nice and simple. And then, of course, create new tactic. I will rename that later, so that's how it's looking. Pretty simple. Might work, might not work. Strategy, I'll do that later because that's not exactly the most interesting thing to watch. And Decarie was a 7.8. Okay, so really the current youth players I've got are not very good. Stadium then. So we're going to up the ticket prices. We are going to invest in a stadium, which you might be thinking, you've only got 20 million in the bank. Well, we need to get rid of money, remember, to get our youth academy up. So we're going to do that. So it's going to cut us the money in half though. Why not then? We're still going to have 10 million in the bank, but you should see our youth rating will shot up very soon. maybe at the next tick it should shot up. So let's go into our youth structures, which I think is under, yeah, there you go, Academy, right in the top corner there. So we're going to invest up to 50 grand in a youth academy and see what happens. Now, of course, if eventually we think our club's going to go bankrupted, then we will, you know, well, we've got a player we can sell if we have to, but we will we'll make some decisions and try to keep enough money in the bank. So the season's already started in France. Monaco have already played a game. It was a cup game, and it's a game you really need to forget. Yeah, we lost 5-0. So let's just sort out the lineups first. So Monaco 11. I'm just renaming these so it's easier for me to find out them later. So Monaco, you don't have to obviously rename, but I just like renaming them. Monaco tactic. So click OK. And then the strategy, there's no strategy yet, but we will change that eventually. So I will go to fixtures, use the MO, match engine, match organizer, which is very useful, by the way. I would use it. And then for all remaining games, just for now, so just in case I'm away, I don't miss out. So there you go. All that's been done. So the next interesting thing is to see if we can search for some players. Again, we're looking for some golden oldies, and maybe one or two decent youths. I think what might be a good idea is to find a youth goalie, so loanee, to come in just to help us out. So he's got to be a loanee goalie, not a transfer listed goalie, because we don't want to buy him. So here are all the goalies up for. No, these are not goalies. I was going to say these are all loanies. Here are all the goalies up for loan in England, which is probably the best nation. We've got a 22-year-old. Oh, that's we know this manager. Yeah, he might do. 22 years old. His wage is only 3k. Let's do him for 10 months. Now, could France help us out with loanies? Loan. We need at least 2 goalies on loan because these goalies could always say no. Okay, yeah, this guy will do. He's 19 years old, so loanee. His wage is very low, so that fits that criteria, and we'll say okay. So okay, that's a loanees done for the goalie. Let's go back to England now and just look at the transfer list and just see in the free transfers if there's any golden oldies that could help us out here. Yes, we have. We've got a 90-year-old. We've got a 90 skilled. Oh, 11 grand. I've got a wage bill of wage structure paying less than 10 grand if I can for players, and just 1-year contracts if they're over 30. So we might, if this guy joins us, we'll drop one of the loan bids because we end up with about 4 goalies. Actually, thinking about it, I don't think he will say no to us. So we might actually keep that guy and drop the Marseille goalie. That's it. Okay, let's go back to France and free transfers. Oh, okay, we were in England, weren't we? Let's go to France then. So we've got a 95-year-old. Oh, a lot of French clubs are after him, so we'll go after him as well. 35-year-old. Did I say 95-year-old? 35-year-old with a 95 tackling skill. So let's go for him. Again, if we do get these players, we'll talk more about them, what they do. So we've got a good midfielder here, 33 years old. Pretty good at skills. Argentinian, so he's not an international. His wage structure is decent. So we'll go for him. Again, these are golden oldies we're going for. And then we might go for the odd kid as well. Like this is so Stoke are after him. So a human player is actually after him. So he's 18 years old. Again, wage low, so we'll definitely go for him. Again, golden oldies and exciting youths is the title of the stream. So any budding youngsters would be pretty good to go through as well. So anyone along here that might be pretty decent. Oh my god, this kid is 18 years old and he's an international. Oh, look at this, look at this. Pretty decent there. Yeah, we'll definitely go for him. What about this kid? Not too bad. Let's go to Spain. We'll just look at a few countries, and then I'll carry on off, not in stream. So any decent youth players that we can borrow. Again, I'm just looking for one or two really good ones. None there. Now we've got another defence. Right, this is Kappa this time. So, we're already going for a defence right. Do we need two defence rights? I don't think so. Waste coins we do. Okay, we need attackers. Definitely need attackers. Strikers. But I'm trying to think sensibly here. I'm looking for a striker, good secondary stats, and this guy, these are disappointing. So maybe not him. Let's go to Italy. Again, the league's just started for everywhere. Let's first look at their loanies. We could try find a decent loanee striker maybe, if there is a good one around. These are all the loanies. Like some sides really have some really good 16, 17 year olds that we could loan in. And they would get games. So people, if you're watching this video, then send me your loanee. They've got to be 16, 17, 18, that's it. Can't be any older. Okay, we've got a couple of, yeah, he's got some really good, decent stats there, so he could definitely help us out. He's 32 years old. He's a youngster for us. Oh, he got an international. Yeah, he is an international. Four capped Portuguese former international, so he would be quite good. So 6,000. Now you'll see in future episodes if we get any of these. We might not. Let's move down the table, see if we can, if any youngsters hit us that we might need. This guy here, Bale. Not too bad stats actually, but maybe not. That's Italy. Let's go to Germany. And let's look at, again, let's look at loanies. Any decent loanies here? 20-year-old Wengard. He's actually transfer listed at 20 years old for 1 million. I'm going to make an exception there. I'm going to buy him. I think he could be good for our future. Even though he's not amazing stats, he's got. Sorry. Are we back? Yes, we're back. The headphones decided to have no charge anymore. So that's why suddenly you saw some different screens, because I was just wondering, can you hear me anymore? And no, you can't. You can hear me. So I didn't want to carry on with this episode, which is already 30 minutes long, with me talking and you couldn't hear me. That would be a bit embarrassing, wouldn't it? So we'd look at the final three transfers, because we are 30 minutes long in this much longer episode. Just to see if there's any exciting youngsters. There's no real ones that hit me out here. So I'll carry on now looking off stream. I just noticed there's a 20-year-old on loan midfield. No, we want strikers. Midfield we seem to be okay. Actually, let's look at Portugal. Portugal's always a competitive league. Portugal. Good place to go. Let's look at any decent loanies. Is there any decent loanies that could come and help us out here? Yes, there's an 18-year-old striker. Aha! And he's on a good wage as well. He's only on 4k, so we could easily afford that for a little while. But will he come and join us? We do not know. We're going to have to wait and see. Is there any other youngsters while we're here? Looks like Portugal are not letting us down here with youngsters. There's another 19-year-old on loan, but we don't want too many loanies here because we are relying more on our own team and eventually our youth players to come in and oh crikey, look at that! Wow, is he only rated 2 million? He's a 2 million. Oh, I can't say no to that. Come on, he's a 2 million. But his main defensive skills 100. So we've got to give it a go at least. See if he wants to come and join us for loan. Oh, and there's a 19-year-old on loan. Oh yeah, yes. We're finding some good ones here in Portugal. Portugal, you have not let me down. But of course, a lot of these players might just say no, no, don't want to come to you. Right, let's look at the free transfers. This is the final bit. Yeah, we've got a good midfielder there. Former Portuguese international, another one. Oh, his wage demands are high though, so I have to really, that might be a struggle getting him. Again, in future episodes, you will see if we got these players or not. Good 19-year-old there, Norwegian. But I might rely more on our youth players there. Any others? Yeah, Portugal is actually pretty decent. I'm going to use my coins for him, actually, which is very rare. Normally I'm good. No, he's not good. He only got by another 7 points. So yeah, maximum of 80. Nah, not good at all. Sorry. So we've got a fair few players we're looking at. We've got potentially a transfer listed player, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 loanies. 2 at Galatasaray actually. And then contract wise, we've got about another 9 players there. Not all will join us. So there we go. So in the next part 5, I'll tell you how we're getting on. It's going to be a couple of ticks time, and I'll do the strategies and the training not on stream. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed this series. Again, please comment and send a like if you do like this, and I'll speak to you soon. Now at least you can hear me for a little while, so that's good. Again, apologies that you can hear me for about 2 minutes, but luckily I found out what was going on. So I'll speak to you all soon. So take care and goodbye.